Get your money, don't care who judge. Stay out the way, surround yourself with nothing but love. Stay out the way, if you a gangster, killer or thug. Stay out the way, put your faith in the man above. Stay out the way, chill with your family, siblings and blood. Stay out the way, kick it with your girl, forget hit in the club. Stay out the way, mind on your money, ain't no switching it up. Stay out the way, stand out the way, what you thought that it was. Stay out the way. If you stuck down on your luck, not feeling righteous, did a petty crime, just looking for some excitement. Now your name on affidavits and court indictments, get paid for a lot, but your freedom is priceless. You did the crime, you do the time, don't let it surprise you. Real stories from the heart, just to open your eyes up.
Yo, what's good, y'all? What's the word? What's going on? How everybody doing out there? Y'all already know what it is, man. We are back again, and it's time for the weekend banger. It's time for the weekend banger, y'all. That's a lock. It's time for the weekend banger, and I got one. I keep a banger at all times. But like I always say before I start my videos off, I have no problem delivering this content to everybody that's out there working hard, working a 9 to 5. Everybody that's out there with their own business, getting to that bag the legit way. I make sure y'all got something to listen to in the morning times. And I promise y'all, there's no problem on my end. I also have no problem making sure I'm warning y'all and telling y'all about how dangerous prison is. I only ask for one thing, and that's for y'all to just stay out the way, man. That's it. And we're going to stay out the way, man, because it's people that need us. Point blank, man. It's people that need us, man. We can't leave these people. We can't leave our family, our kids, our mom, our dads, our brothers. We can't leave these people, man. We got to stay on the street. Just ask yourself this. Everybody that's out there breaking the law, running around, wilding out, man. Like, do you ever think about the people you're going to leave? I'm going to keep putting this in y'all brain because this is the stuff that I didn't think about. This is the stuff that a lot of people don't think about before they do a lot of sliding and gliding and a lot of stupid stuff. They don't think about the people that they're going to leave if they ever get caught for these stuff, man. And you're going to get caught. It's a part of doing crime destiny, man. Everybody goes to jail. This isn't the movies. They go to jail in the movies. All I'm trying to tell y'all to do, man, is just think about the people that you really care about before you do something stupid, man, from here on out. That's all I'm trying to tell y'all to do. Maybe if you can do that, maybe that can help y'all to stay out the way more. Period. But y'all already know what it is, man. This is the weekend banger game. So what I need y'all to do with this one. Like, share, subscribe. This one, y'all. Let's get skip. Let's go. What? It's time for business. It's time for business, y'all. And the story I got for y'all today is called This Was a Project. Part 1. Crazy story right here, man, but it's crazy in penitentiary. Y'all already know how it go. I promise y'all, man, like you'll be in situations in prison where you probably never think you'll be in a situation like this, man. But sometimes in penitentiary, man, like even with you being locked away with no contact to do anything, man, like somehow dudes always find ways to get their hands in somehow. Pause. Like just trying to get some money or trying to get something to get your hustle up. Just try to do something, man, to just being a prisoner, man. Like it be situations in there, man. Like it be COs in there that be understanding dudes' situations, and it makes our situation easier. You know what I mean? It be a lot of that going on in penitentiary, man. So with that being said, though, we are on Lawrenceville for this, y'all. We are on Lawrenceville. And I can remember being in 30 building for this one, y'all. And it was a crazy situation, man, because it was like I was in a situation where I was fed up with, like, I'm not dealing with no police. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I kind of went through a bad experience a couple times, had an old head bring me some doo-doo. It was a lot of stuff going on, you know what I mean? Like, I decided to go to the V room and roll the dice, you know what I mean? And that was really rolling the dice. But once that dried up, I was kind of at a point where I didn't have nothing. I didn't have no weight unless I can get in a car with somebody. And that was coming around every blue moon. But at the end of the day, man, I just was sitting back being patient, man, because I already knew Lawrenceville was the land of getting the package, man. Like it's going to happen some type of way. I'm the type of dude that can buy my way in or I can get my own stuff. So either way, I knew my time was going to come again. But I knew one thing for sure, that I definitely wasn't trying to mess with no cops. That's what I wasn't trying to do, man. Like, and for real, a lot of dudes mess with the cops. A lot of dudes that get what we call rollers in Virginia. We call the police rollers, especially when they bring in that package like, yo, bro, got a roller. So when it came to dudes getting rollers in there, male or female, man, like I seen dudes get money. I seen dudes I seen dudes be able to get by for a while, but it never fails. They always go down in the worst way. It's either because dudes hating on them, it's either because they too flamboyant, or it's either because they running their mouth. Something will happen for they play to get messed up, man, from something I just named. It could be a lot of other stuff too, man, but I know for those 3 main things I just named, it always happens to somebody that's got a roller. So from just me being on Lawrenceville for so long, I'm like 3-4 years in now on Lawrenceville. So like for me being on Lawrenceville this long, I have seen the best of them go down. The masterminds, the regular dudes, the quiet dudes, the dudes that stay out of the way, the ones that you don't know none of their business. I have seen them take that long walk with handcuffs to medical and never come back to the compound, man. I have seen it happen with my own eyes. The only thing I was doing, I was jotting notes down. That's what I was doing. I was one of those type of people, man. Like, I learn from people's mistakes, even without talking to these people. Like, if I see your mistake, I'm going to put it in my file cabinet in my mind of trying to learn from what you did stupid. And that's what I used to try to do. And once everybody that I name or situations happen when people go down, like, you will always hear why they would go down. Like, you will always hear the story. And I'll be like, whoa, that's where the mistake went. But it's kind of out of your hands a lot of times. Because if you got a roller, you got to make the money. You got to get the stuff on the roller. I'm telling you, I have seen the best of them try to play past them, and it never worked. So I was at the point where I wasn't dealing with no rollers, y'all. So boom, wasn't, man. Like, I just felt like it was too much trouble. Now, if it fall in my lap and it's something beautiful, then I'll rock with it. But I didn't want to be the guy that actually has the roller. You know what I mean? No, if you need me to help you buy in, you need some money to pay the roller, if I can get in a car like that, I would do that. So that's the type of time I was on. So with all this going on, I had a homeboy, man, that was about to go to the crib. You know what I mean? It was like, Lawrenceville had dudes that would go home. Like, dudes would go home, like, not a like crazy lot, but like dudes were still going home on that joint. You know what I mean? So I had seen Hot Rod, rest in peace, San Juan, rest in peace. I had seen all those dudes go home. I seen dudes go home. A lot of dudes from Richmond, a lot of dudes I knew from a lot of spots go home while I was on Lawrenceville. But like, this dude I was kicking it with, man, he was actually on Lawrenceville like 8 years. He was up there for a long time, man. He was from the town. He was from Norfolk, man. I used to rock with him. Me and him was cool. We used to work out together. We used to kick it. We used to mess with the Lala together, make meals together. You know what I mean? We was straight. But bro was living the time off. He was about to go to the crib. Now, my homeboy, we're going to call him Russ. Now, Russ was one of these type of dudes that he would try to at least try to make sure he talking to a CO. Like, you know what I mean? I told you all these type of people that be around. He used to be kind of like down on the COs. Now, he done had situations, and then he'll mess up the situation or whatever the case. But he was just one of those gift for gab, had a good for gift for gab type of guys. And the COs used to gravitate him, male or female. They used to kick it with him. You know what I mean? And that's the advantage he had on a lot of dudes. He told me he was a great conversationist. You know what I mean? If that is a word. I remember he used to tell me that, but he would be able to stand there and hold conversations. You know what I mean? And I actually listened to him one day and him talking to a lady, and he wasn't trying to holler at her, just normal conversation, and it worked. And it worked because he sparked her interest, and she's posted up on the railing right there on the top tail we was at, and she continued to kick it with him to the point where I had to walk off, y'all. I got out of the way, you know what I mean? So, bro, my homeboy Russ, he kind of knew what he was doing in that area right there. He probably wasn't always successful of getting a roller and stuff like that, but for the most part, he had the gift for gab to really talk to these people. So I can remember, man, it was wild because one day I'm coming back from outside rec, and when I come back in the building, I see Russ. And he's talking to this sergeant dude. Now, the sergeant dude I'm about to name, we're going to call him Sergeant Owens. That's what we're going to call him. We're going to call him Sergeant Owens. But Sergeant Owens never really worked out building. You know what I mean? Like, he worked the other side a lot, which was the south side. And I didn't see him when I was over that side either because they say he was in 80 building. But this dude was a big fat dude. I ain't gonna lie. He was kind of a fat dude, brown-skinned dude. Used to rock the low joint. You know what I mean? Fat dude, man. You couldn't tell him nothing. He was a big fat dude, man. You know what I mean? But at the same time, he was a sergeant. You know what I mean? So I can remember my homeboy Russ, man. My homeboy Russ kind of was just like, yo, look. You know what I mean? Like, when I walked in, I just remember seeing my homeboy Russ. Russ was talking to him. So Russ went from talking to him right there, and I go holler at my man in 31 pod. I'm standing at the joint talking to him through the door. And when I come back to shoot cross to go back to 33 pod, where my pod is at, I look and Russ disappeared. But I seen him kind of, like, I can look directly down the hallway into the office, and he was sitting in the office talking to the big fat dude, Sergeant Owens. So he's sitting in there, he talking to him, you know what I mean? Kicking it with him. So he's staying there all the way to the standby for child. Then he finally came back in the pod. So when he came back in the pod, of course I asked him, because this dude is a sergeant. Like, you know what I mean? I ain't trying to get in Russ' business, but at the end of the day, like, bro, I thought he did something wrong. You know what I mean? So I asked him, everything good? He was like, yeah, everything. He was like, yeah, man. I was in there kicking it with Owens, man. Yeah, Owens crazy, man. He crazy, man. I'm like, yeah, he is. I was like, man, he be acting like a cop. Cause like me and Owens kind of had it out slightly, man, because like he was a lazy fat sergeant dude. I ain't even gonna lie, like he would do one round. You know what I mean? Like when he get there, when he come to work on his shift, he gonna do one round. That's it. He gonna do the round. Like Like you could do a round from the bottom tier, starting from my pod, and you could do the whole building bottom tier. Then you could start from the upstairs in 31 and do the whole top tier, and then come back out on our top tier and lead. And that's a whole round of a building. He'll do the whole bottom tier, leave out our pod, go into 32 pod, do their bottom tier, leave out of their pod, go in 31 pod, do their whole bottom tier, go upstairs to 31 pod, do their whole top tier, leave out their back door, hit 32 pod back door, do their top tier, come through our back door, do 30. He would do one round. So everybody, we'll see him. Like we will see him. Like we'll be in the pod. I'm always on the rail and chilling. You know what I mean? Like I can look directly through the booth to the other pods, and I'll see Owens. I'll see Owens coming through, and you'll see him. He be walking, and he always got something in his hand that he took from somebody, or it's just, you know what I mean? Like, but he a sergeant though, so you can expect this. But he used to kind of try to come across as that fake cool, but he would still do his job. That's what I didn't like. Like he wasn't cool to me all the time. You know what I mean? So when he working and he's doing that round, tighten up, take stuff out your window. Don't be in your cell with the cut up. Like he wasn't even a threat. Like if he catch you with the jacket, like of course he gonna do his job. You know what I mean? But like you can beat him. He do one lazy round. So you just gotta see when he, you know what I mean? So we on point. He'll come through, ain't nothing on my jump. So I forgot, man, that I had the line. I've had like I did have like these little popsicle sticks, like these little wooden pieces, kind of like where I could put my cut for my sheet, you know what I mean, over like to cover my face when I'm laying down. I had that, and I can just poke the sheet hole, put the holes in there with the sheet, and it'll just come down straight like a cape. But that, I forgot when that happened. It went old and it just broke or something like that. Then I ended up just making a line, which I made a line kind of like I tied a string of the sheet, and I made it long. I had to go through my roommate top bunk, the little holes in his bunk, tied it, and it was tight. So I can put the whole sheet on my bed now, and it was like a curtain because I can move it because the line is from the top bunk, so I'm So I forgot to take that down, but I took the sheet down, but I didn't know that the sheet tie was a little baggy, you know what I mean? So he come through and do the round. He finally get to my side. He's sweating bullets. He looked tired because he had to climb up the steps just on 31. He only went up the steps once in 31 pod. So he finally get over to us. He see walking us in. He like, so I got my back to him, right? I'm standing out there talking to homeboy, and I just hear him rip his son. So I turn around, I'm like, he ripped the joint out my bed. I'm looking at him like, he come out, he like, move, like, he come out all sweaty. I'm like, I was ready to fry him up, but I let him slide, y'all, so boom. He did his job, he caught me slipping. I already knew what it was with this sergeant. So I was like, he got that. You know what I mean? He got that, you know what I mean? He leave out. When he leave out, as soon as he dip out, my homeboy go holler at him. You know what I mean? My homeboy go holler at him, you know what I mean? My homeboy out there, Russ out there. So I'm like, man, Russ, he stay out there, so Russ come back from hollering at him, you know what I mean? It's kind of like almost before dinner. He come back out from hollering at him. Russ like, yeah, he come back, he like, yeah, Weezy, hey, look, I'm trying to put it together for you, bro. You know, I only got 4 months. He like, I'm trying to put it together for you. This all gonna be for you. I'm like, what's all gonna be for me? He was like, I'm trying to get Sergeant Orange to move. What you mean? I'm like, man, Sergeant Orange ain't finna do nothing, man. He like, man, I'm telling you, that's my project. Look, that's my project. Weezy like, he used to say stuff like that. I'm like, yo, project. He like, yeah, I'm working on him. I'm like, man, that man is not a project, man. Like, you tripping. He was like, look, I gotta holler at you. I'm like, holler at me about what? He's like, let's go to cell. So, all right, so we going to cell. You know what I mean? We go in my cell. I go in the cell. He like, look, I need a favor. I'm like, what? He was like, man, look, I need some food items. I was like, some food items? He like, yeah. He like, man, look, man, he like to eat. You know what I mean? Like, I ain't really like specifically asked him to bring me the package. You know what I mean? But he was like, man, he'll look out though. Like, I don't know if he gonna bring the package, but like, he be talking like he want to, but he don't say it. He was like, either way, I don't want to rush it because I just want to put it together so you can be straight. We can make some money. I can make some money on the side, outside. You know what I mean? So I'm like, yeah, all this sound good. You know what I mean? All this sound good. But look, what you mean you need some food items though, bro? Like, what you about to get this sergeant dude, this rhinoceros pism? You about to give him my food, bro? That's what you about to do? He like, man, he like to eat this commissary. Like, he crazy. He was like, man, look, the other day when he was working, bro, and I made a swole. He was like, when he came in and did his one search, he was like, he came in that joint, I gave him a piece of the pizza on his hand. He was like, man, he ate the joint. He crushed it with his hand. I was like, man, it's hungry. I was like, man, look, what you need though, bro? Like, what you talking about though? He was like, man, I need a couple of honey buns. He was like, I need a couple of bag of chips. You know what I mean? And I need a sausage. I'm like, a sausage? I was like, bro, listen, ain't no sergeant or no CO that work here, bro, gonna eat no sausages, bro. What you mean? I ain't trying to heat up a sausage, bro. Like, they gonna know it came from commissary from us. He can't have no sausages, bro. I said, the chips and honey bun is suspect. I said, but bro, a sausage, bro. He said, yeah, bro, look, he eat the sausages like a Slim Jim, bro. My word. I was like, man. I said, what? He said, man, yeah, he eat the sausages like a Slim Jim. Yeah, he don't heat it up or nothing. He just eat it raw. Like, man, this dude is an animal, y'all, so boom. Eat it raw game. I'm like, bro, you wildin', bro. He like, yeah, bro, look, I'm telling you, bro, look. I'm working on a Weezy, he my project. Look, just, come on, bro. You know I ain't going to commissary like that. I'm about to go home. I'm like, all right, man. So I get this stuff together. I get a honey bun, a bag of chips, a sausage, and I gave him a Snicker bar. You know what I mean? I don't know why I had that extra Snicker bar laying around. I don't know where that Snicker bar came from. When it was in my box, I had a Snicker bar laying around. I gave him 4 items. You know what I mean? About 4 items. I mean, tucked it real nice for him. I was like, here, bro. I put it in a shirt. I was like, here. He was like, nah. He took it out the shirt. He was like, he just started stuffing it everywhere in each pocket. He was like, he was getting it ready. He was like, all right, bro, I'm about to go out. I was like, all right, he dipped out. You know what I mean? So he was out there so long. He was out there till he was already standby for child. So by the time we leaving out, I see him walking towards the child hall with Sergeant Owens' fat ass. You know what I mean? He walking, and I see my homeboy. I'm like, damn, he dipped on me. So we get to the child hall. He hit his tray. He shoot back. So when he shoot back, I come back to the pod family. I see him like, damn, bro, you peeled on me, bro. What's this? He was like, yeah, bro. He was like, I had to hurry up, though. He was like, because I had to go back and get the wrappers and stuff that Sergeant Owens was eating out the trash can. He told me to come back and get it, bro. I looked at my homeboy pocket. He had an icy white package hanging out of his pocket. That joint like the icing was getting in his pocket and everything. I'm like, oh, he went and got the trash. He was like, yeah, bro. He was like, look, man, I've been feeding him, man. I'll feed him from time to time. You know, like, it's worth the risk, you know what I mean? Like, that's why I say he my project. Like, you know, if project can turn out good, it can turn out bad. I said, yeah, bro, but look, just keep my name out of it, though. He was like, man, I'm saying, though, Weezy, man, like, I've been telling him that I rock with you, though, like, you know what I mean? Like, he know I rock with you. I said, bro, you told me, like, he was like, yeah. I said, what else you tell him? He said, man, I ain't telling him nothing else. I just told him that, you know, I'm trying to put it together for when I go home. I need y'all to be cool. So I'm like, man, Sergeant Owens is the cops when he want to be, man. I was like, he cool, but he the cops when he want to be, man. Like, he started doing stuff like this. Like, you know what I mean? So, like, long story short, though, like, he's the cops, but like for real, I'm contemplating like this probably can work just on the strength that I am a businessman when it comes to getting paper and stuff. Like I think those stuff through and maybe it could work, but at the end of the day, like I just didn't trust him for a lot of reasons though, man. Like he would do stuff like this. I done seen him do this. Now, he's so petty, he'll catch you slipping too. Like I told you how he'll come through and do that little 1 round. He'll come do that 1 round. You know what I mean? That little 1 long ass round. And if he catch you slipping with something, sometimes he will write you up. So you will be in a cell chilling. You know what I mean? You chilling, next thing you know, your door open up. Like, what? Why? Like, yo. You look, it's the hearing officer, the dude, the fake lawyer, prison lawyer, and you know what I mean? The CEO. I'm like, you got a charge. Come on down here. I'm like, I got a charge? He done wrote me a secret indictment. We call that a secret indictment, man. You don't even know you got a charge coming. This man done wrote me a secret indictment. I go down there. What? You know what I mean? So I see it's messed up. Like, man, I don't even remember this dude telling me to take nothing out the window. I don't remember this. I don't even know what this is. So I go holler at bro. Immediately, man. Yo, man, what's up with Sergeant Owens, man? Wrote me old phantom charge, man. I don't even know what he talking about. So he'll go holler at him on everything, man. He come back. He said, yo. He said, send him something to eat. He'll get rid of the charge. I'm like, send him something to eat. He'll get rid of the charge. He like, yeah, bro, just feed him, bro. Just feed him, bro. Like, just feed him. Pause. Won't invent it yet. But word, he was saying that. Yo, just feed him, bro. Just feed him. Like, feed him what? What do he want? He was like, he pulled out a piece of paper. He was like, look, you might have to go to the store box and get a couple of these items. I'm like, what items? He was like, bro, he want the mild sausages, bro. He want the mild. He don't want the hot joint. And he want a regular pickle. A regular pickle? I'm like, a regular? He like, yeah, and a regular pickle. Yeah. He want a bag of M&Ms, the big bag. Yeah. And yeah. He want 2 sodas. Yeah. And another summer sausage, bro. I'm like, man, this dude a goddamn hungry hippo looking ass. So boom. But I had to pay though. Man. I went in my box. I said, let me get it to him. He was like, yeah, I was gonna tell you to do that anyway. I said, when is a good time to do? He said, just put all this stuff in your pocket and I'm gonna take you to the office. So he do that, he take me to the office. I get out there, I walk in the office, I see him. I'm like, he like, me there sitting at the table, he like, Mr. White. He got his hand like on the little computer jump like he doing something important. He like, yeah, what can I do for you? I'm like, go to the store box and get these M&Ms. Yeah. I put everything on the table. I said, you gonna get rid of that charge for me, right? He was like, I wrote the charge. Of course I can get rid of it. I was like, man. I walked out and I left. Like, I didn't really have no conversation for him. I just paid my tab and I slid. But when I slid, I went like this far from the office. And it looked like I was going into my pod. I turned around to be nosy and I seen him and my bro talking. And I looked in the joint kind of like from afar. And I was looking at him. He was like, first thing he did, he destroyed the honey bun. My word, he was like he opened the honey bun so perfect, like a real fat boy. Like fat boys really know how to open up honey bun packages. Y'all don't know, man. Like he opened the package up in the honey bun like he was peeling a banana. He was like he opened it perfect. He was like, 3 bites that was out of there. He was like, yeah. He opened the hot soda. Yeah, we gotta get it right. He put that down on everything. He grabbed a pickle right before the slide opened up. Slide said, I was about to go in. I was like, look, he grabbed a pickle. He was like, he ate one of the. I was like, he's smart because I thought he was about to pause. I thought Horse was about to do like that. Oh, I said, he opened the pickle up. He took the jar. That jar was dripping. He was like, I walked in the pod like, man, this dude is psychopath, y'all. So cool. But you gotta pay the tab sometime, man. That's how I go in penitentiary. And he was charging for his services, man. So I started feeling like with just all of that going on, like back to what my man was saying, like maybe it is a project. Like maybe it's something that we can unlock out of his fat ass to goddamn get him to bring the package. Like that's what I'm thinking. I'm like, damn, but he really likes food. He likes the fucking prison food, which was weird. I'm telling y'all, man, y'all be thinking I'm well. Y'all be thinking I'm well about these, man. I'm telling you, we had a sergeant like that, man. I ain't gonna put him out there though, man. Goddamn fake ironhead Haywood looking ass. I ain't gonna put you out there, man. But word, man, that nigga was in love with the food. So my man birthday come around the corner. You know what I mean? He's working. Now we went to him straight up. We let him know. Now we didn't let him know where everything was at, but we told him straight up. We said, look, well, we told my man to tell him, look, tell him, bro, we about to drink. We about to mess with the la-la. We about to turn it up slightly without making a fuss because it's bro birthday. But we just don't need nobody messing with us, man, because he will get petty. That he will try to find the drinks sometime, man. My word, he would have like a nose for the drinks. He'll take the drinks and take it outside in front of everybody that's on the yard and come outside with your wine and go to the little sewer jump with your wine, the whole bag. He'll be right there at the sewer. He'll be like, psh, and he'll poke a hole in it. Psh, all the fruit, all of that junk. He done took somebody's wine. You know what I mean? Like he was famous for that too in the low. Unless you paying his fat ass. But goddamn, we told bro to let him know. Bro come back and say, look, he said all he want is his own meal. We like, what you mean his own meal? He was like, look, he got a list. I'm like, a list? Now I can understand a list for the items, you know what I mean? But this man sent a list of what he want his meal to look like. I look at the list. This man said he want a bowl pizza, but take it out the bowl when you finish. I'm like, I never even done that. So everybody in the room, we reading the journal like, this man want a bowl pizza with a Pepsi, goddamn, and some ranch on the bowl pizza. I'm like, sausage, cheese. I'm like, man, this dude wildin', man. So I'm like, my homeboy like, man, let's make him the bowl pizza, Weezy, man. I'm like, man, I'm gonna get bro to make him the joint, man. You know what I mean? Bro was like, man, I went to bro, I was like, man, look, the dude that was cooking for us, because the dude that was cooking for us wasn't partying with us. He was just cooking. You would have people like that in penitentiary that you would pay to cook. You know what I mean? So I look, man, I need you to make me a bowl pizza, man. I was like, here, bro, here's sausage, 2 soups, cheese doodles, cheese squeeze, a ranch. I gave refried beans. I gave him the whole 9. I'm gonna make sure Mr. Orange's fat ass bowl pizza look like our shit. You know what I mean? So I gave bro all the ingredients. Bro take all the ingredients, you know what I mean? I'm like, yo, look, and when it's done, bro, you gotta take it out of the bowl. He was like, who this for Orange? I was like, yeah, man. He was like, man, this fat ass like eating this food, man. He was like, man, look, when I went home last time, Weezy, man, you know, I couldn't eat this shit no more. I was like, bro, I'm not eating that shit when I go home either. I said, this nigga go home every day. This nigga to eat fried chicken. This nigga still want goddamn soup and chips. I said, you're a maniac. So boom. just make the food, bro. Like, let's go ahead and just, you know what I mean? He like, I said, look, bro, just shimmy that shit out after they cook. Just put your joint in it. He said, yeah, I'll get my roommate to help me lift it out. And he said, what you want me to do when I get it out? I said, man, let's put it in a trash bag. I said, he want to eat like us. We're going to show him how we eat. I said, put it in a trash bag. I'm going to tie it up and take it to his fat ass. That's what we going to do. He was like, all right, you know what I mean? So we went and party, you know what I mean? Went and party. A little bit after the party, the food being done, he didn't come make not one round once. He didn't make not one round once. After everybody was drinking and messing with the la-la, we come downstairs, see what's up with the food. We come downstairs, man, we look, bro was like, yo, don't the bowl pizza. He gave me the junk. I gave the bro. I gave the Russ. I'm like, here. He was like, oh, it's the junk right here. I'm like, yeah. So he was like, all right. He go hit the button, later let him out. He go out there and holler at him. You know what I mean? He come back. He was like, yeah, he's straight. He was like, hey, look, give me a spoon. I was like, bro, we got prison spoons, bro. He ain't got no staff spoon, bro. He was like, I was like, man, somebody give him a spoon, bro. That man want to eat behind one of us, man. I was like, this Sergeant a psycho, man. Dude just come back in. He see Owens at the joint. He was like, yo, man, nigga Owens out there eating a bowl pizza. I'm sitting there like, yo, we made this shit, man. This shit crazy. He out there eating that shit like it's regular. You know what I mean? So he let us slide with that shit. So we had drinks and another dude's sale. Like felt like we didn't have to tell him what sale our drinks was in, man. Long story short, we went to dinner. This maniac did a round and knocked the dude off with the wine. When we coming back, we see him at the sewer. You know what I mean? So I see him like, I know they ain't our shit, man. We walk in the pod, dude sleeping cell too. He looking stupid. He standing by the door like, Owens took it. Man, I thought y'all paid him off. I'm like, bro, we did, man. I was like, look at that Russ. I'm like, yo, bro, man, you need to go holler at that nigga, man. He was like, man, that nigga, wow. He was like, I'm about to go talk to him, man. Yeah, like he didn't want to do it though. He went out there and hollered at him, talked to him for a little bit, like, yo, what the hell you got going on? Man, you got down. You know what I mean? His excuse was he didn't know that was ours. And if he knew that was ours, he wouldn't have took it. You know what I mean? But he done ate our food. So we double lose. Like, you took the wine and the food. So everybody's mad now. Like, the party went from being a great party to one of the worst parties. Because he took the yacht. You know what I mean? This was the nighttime yacht. We just punished the daytime yacht, which was 2 gallons. We had another 2 gallons in the sale right there. Man, he messed that up. So everybody was heated, man. You know what I mean? So, like, from there, I ain't mess with Owens like that, man. Like, I ain't want to pound. I told bro, like, man, do what you do, bro. You know what I mean? But I stopped caring about what was going on with him. You know what I mean? He was just somebody that worked in our building at a particular time. And I really didn't care no more, man, because he wasn't bringing no lala in. So y'all know I definitely didn't care, man. So from that day on, when he took that yacht, I won't mess with Owens no more, y'all. So boom. So now time done went down to now my man is about to go home. You know what I mean? Like, my man about to slide. Like, I guess Owens stopped asking for stuff because he felt like he bucked on us by taking our wine after we paid him with the bowl pizza. So, like, for real, my man kind of still did what he did, but I ain't really care no more about it, man. So my man about to go to the crib now. Russ about to slide. So when Russ about to slide, I guess he, you know what I mean? He pull up on me like, hey, Weezy, look, man, I was telling you about the project. I'm like, who you talking about? Owens fat ass? He like, yeah. I'm like, hey, bro, look, I ain't fucking with him, bro. I was like, man, I ain't fucking with him, man. Look, nah. He was like, no, Weezy, look, keep the project going. He was like, I'm telling you, just keep feeding him. Eventually, he gonna bring the pack. He said, I try to holler at him, but I already let him know if you do decide to bring the pack, you gonna be hollering at me. So, like, it's already understood. So, like, just keep working on the project, Weezy, man. I'm like, man, look, bro, I ain't, you know what I mean? Like, this project bootleg is a bitch, bro. Like, I can't get jiggy with this project, man. He like, man, look, just do it for me, Weezy, man. You know what I mean? I'm like, all right, man. So we partied 2 days before that. That next day, we chilled. We got there, kicked it with bro. Bro went to the crib, you know what I mean? So our bro gone, you know what I mean? It was like, me and Owens' friendship kind of like, me and Owens kind of really didn't, we never was like that anyway, you know what I mean? But like, it was to the point now, like kind of like, I know he is in his mind kind of like, man, White ain't saying nothing to me. You would think White would be trying to feed me now that Russ gone. Like, he probably did have a hungry idea like that. But I ain't saying nothing to him because for one, you the cops, and for two, I don't trust you. Those the main 2 reasons I wasn't saying anything to him. So out of nowhere, he come in the pod, he come posting at the brick wall. He like, I thought he was gonna do a round. He ain't do no round. He come posting at the brick wall. He like, exit for outside rack, exit for outside rack. Everybody leaving out. I'm still in the top 10. I'm like, I ain't going out. I never went out like that. I'm like, shh. Looking around, chilling, you know what I mean? He's still in the brick wall. Everybody go out. Only people left. Popcorn, washing clothes, couple dudes over here. Dudes playing pinochle, you know what I mean? Everybody went out. Nice day. It's like April, May, something like that. Everybody go out. So he standing on the brick wall. I'm standing on the railing. Right when I did like this to get up to go back home, I said, I hear, hey, what? I'm like, what's up? He like, I need to see you. I'm like, you need to see me? I'm on the top 10. He way down there, the little brick wall. I said, the police supposed to be. I said, you need to see me for what? He was like, it's a private matter. I was like, a private? He was like, get down here, white. I'm like, shh. All right, man. I walked down the 10. I'm like, man, I go down the steps like, walked over there. I was like, what's up? He was like, I'm hungry.
Get your money, don't care who judge. Stay out the way, surround yourself with nothing but love. Stay out the way if you a gangster, killer or thug. Stay out the way, put your faith in the man above. Stay out the way, chill with your family, siblings and blood. Stay out the way, kick it with your girl, forget hit in the club. Stay out the way, mind on your money, ain't no switching it up. Stay out the way, stand out the way, what you thought that it was. Stay out the way, if you stuck down on your luck, not feeling righteous. Did a petty crime, just looking for